Hello, everybody. This is Catholic Dad, episode number 314, Toughen the Hell Up. Well, it's good to be back. I've been taking a respite from Catholic Dad videos. I've been working a lot, and, the holidays have been here, so, Christmas, celebration, everything else. So I really haven't gotten down to it in terms of Catholic Dad videos. Toughen the Hell Up. Why am I being a little pugnacious today? Here's the reason why. Because I'm a Catholic Dad. And what is the fourth commandment? The fourth commandment is this: honor thy father and thy mother. And so let's just concentrate on the father for a moment. You carry your father's name, okay? And so anything that you do in your life reflects his name, okay? That's what you do. When you're walking around in this world and you're doing your things, you're living your life, and either you're living a hedonistic secular life or you're living a religious spiritual life and a virtuous life, or somewhere in between, and whatever you do reflects upon your father. Now, if the Lord is real, which I suspect he is, right, and if we're going to have eternal judgment, you want as much honor unto your father as possible. Now, you may make the argument, by the way. You may make the argument, oh, my dad was a drunk, or my dad was a philanderer, or my dad was this, he was lazy, he was a bum, he was this. So does it say in the commandment, honor thy father and thy mother, only if he was a good guy? It doesn't say that. It says honor thy father and thy mother, period. That's what it says. And so if your dad was a philanderer or a bum or a drunk or you name it, you have to honor him. And in fact, if the fruits of his life, meaning you, go into this world and you do something great, for the good of mankind and for the glory of God and honoring God, then you honor him. You honor your father as well, because you carry his name. And so I'm thinking about these days, and it's probably been a 10,000-year-old problem all over recorded history, that most men don't want to step up and do the right thing. They don't want to be tough. They don't want to forge forward. They don't want to make a future for themselves and their families. They don't want to live a virtuous life. What did St. Augustine say? He said, Lord, make me holy, just not yet. Most guys kind of want to live the dream life, the la vida dolce, be the playboy, and do whatever they want. But let me tell you something. If you want to be great, you can't be doing things like that. You got to be practicing a virtuous life. And men, their virtue, they have to master all the virtues, but the fortitude virtue, I mean, that's the one, honestly, most men fail at, and they fail time and time and time again. So when I say toughen the hell up, I mean really toughen the hell up, people. Because, a man that's not physically capable, he's not able to stand up and put his shoulders back and do combat. What is he really good for, honestly? I mean, is he really good for the tribe? He could sit here and he could say platitudes of virtue. He can live a pretty good life. He could take care of his family. But the bottom line is, at the end of the day, if that man has to come toe to toe in the defense of the weak, or the defense of his family, or the defense of a nobler cause, or the defense of his church, he needs to be strong and he needs to be powerful. So I want all the guys out there, by the way, to listen up, and you need to toughen up, and you need to toughen up physically. You got to get in shape. You got to get to the gym. You got to do big squats. You got to do deadlifts. You got to put muscles on your frame, and you got to work dang hard, or whatever you're doing. I mean, if you're a physical laborer, don't do that, but you need some muscle. Now, beyond that, now you have to once you get that, make that goal, and you're going to toughen up physically. I guarantee you, the world's going to look a little differently to you. Because now you're a man, a strong man, and then you're going to start mastering your virtue at the same time. And so if you do that, then suddenly when you toughen the hell up, physically, you also got to toughen the hell up spiritually. So you got to stop making the excuses. Most guys are too lazy to go toughen up physically, but they're also too lazy to toughen up spiritually, toughen up in terms of the virtues. And just remember this: all the sins that you do, that's a stain on your father's name. It really is. And so to honor your father, you have to toughen up both physically and spiritually. And this is like the noble warrior Catholic man that I think we all should strive to be in some capacity. We have to take care of our minds, and we have to take care of our bodies, and we have to take care of our spiritual lives. So we should be doing some reading, and not YouTube reading, and not like comic book reading, or not like, we should really read the greats. We should read, Ambrose and Augustine, and Aquinas, and and even the people we disagree with, some of the Renaissance thinkers, the Kants, the Rousseaus. We should do the reading, so we know, our mind becomes sharp, And if our bodies are sharp, our bodies are strong, and our minds are sharp, and we're founded in the faith as a good Catholic man, you know what we become? We become meek. And I've talked about this before. Meekness is not a weakness. Meekness is the capacity to do great harm, but not, right? If we become weak, we become dangerous to the world. We become powerful, and we're able to make a difference in the world. And so at the end of the day, when you're about to meet your maker, and, you know, St. Peter or whoever it may be asks you, what did you do to honor your father? Well, you carried his name, and you didn't succumb to comfort, and you did the hard, difficult task. You strengthen your heart, you strengthen your body, you strengthen your mind, you strengthen your entire spiritual being. And what did you do it for? You did it for the service and the good of the Lord. That's what you did it for. And if you did that, that's how you honor your father. That really is how you do it. And so, so all you Catholic men out there, honestly, if you're sitting here and you're thinking, man, I am kind of lazy, or oh, the life is so hard, I can't possibly move on. You got to start developing better habits. You got to eat better. You got to exercise a little bit. And if you have the capacity and you're a young man, go lift some heavy weights. Go do a difficult job. Go get a job, by the way. Like if you're literally doing YouTube videos and you have enough money to live on, and you hardly work, maybe you work 30, 40 hours a week, work more. Go get another job. And study the greats, make your mind sharp, and then you can really become like a real leader in society, somebody physically respects. And when they physically respect you, you know you're physically dangerous. And if you exercise that in virtue, then you actually become physically and mentally dangerous for the good of the Lord. So come on, men, toughen the hell up. So honor thy father and thy mother, and do it by becoming a better person, honestly. Becoming a more virtuous and righteous person. And anyway, this is Catholic Dad making you think about it. Please like or subscribe, get the Mass, and pray the daily rosary. God bless you all. And if you need some help on squats, deadlifts, things like that, there's a man named Mark Ripito out there, Starting Strength. He has some great videos out there. Mark Ripito, Starting Strength. He could help you out. Learn how to squat and learn how to deadlift, everybody. God bless.